Every single day, TSA screens over 2 million passengers. And every single day, thousands of items never make it past that checkpoint. Not weapons, not contraband, everyday items that people packed without thinking twice and surrendered on the spot because they had a flight to catch. In 2026, with new court scanners rolling out at major airports across the country, more items are getting flagged than ever before. The technology has improved, the enforcement has tightened, and the list of things that can get pulled from your bag has gotten longer. These are 15 of them, and at least a few of them are going to catch you off guard. Let's start with something sitting in almost every carry-on bag right now. Foil-wrapped snacks. Granola bars, chocolate, a sandwich wrapped up before you left the house, or a burrito you grabbed on the way to the airport. Sounds completely harmless, right? Here is the problem. TSA scanners cannot see through foil clearly. The second a foil-wrapped item hits that X-ray belt, the screen goes dark in that spot. And a bag the officer cannot read clearly is a bag that gets pulled for a manual search. Now everything inside is coming out on that table. Every pocket, every pouch, every item you packed gets a very close look. And if anything else in that bag breaks a rule, it could be removed on the spot. The foil-wrapped snack did not get you caught. The foil-wrapped snack got your entire bag opened. Unwrap before you pack, or transfer snacks into a clear Ziploc bag before you leave the house. Millions of people carry tactical pens and disguised multi-tools every single day and have no idea they are walking toward a problem at the security checkpoint. A tactical pen with a glass breaker tip. A multi-tool hidden inside what looks like a regular pen. A comb with a blade running along the spine. These items are designed to look ordinary. That is their whole appeal. But the new court scanners are specifically designed to catch exactly this. TSA officers are trained to identify anything that resembles or functions as a weapon, regardless of how it is packaged or what you intended to use it for. Zero tolerance. No discussion at the belt. If it looks like a weapon on that screen, it is treated like one. If you carry a tactical pen daily, leave it at home or transfer it to checked baggage before you fly. This next one is brand new as of late 2025, and most travelers have completely missed it. Cordless curling irons and hair straighteners that run on butane or gas cartridges are now prohibited in checked baggage. Not just carry-on, checked baggage too. The cartridge is the problem, not the tool itself. The gas inside is a fire risk in a cargo hold, and TSA and the FAA have closed that loophole. Corded versions are still completely fine in both bags. But if your cordless hair tool runs on a butane cartridge and you packed it in your checked bag for your next trip, it may not make it to your destination with you. Check the bottom of the handle. If it takes a cartridge, it cannot go in checked luggage. Here is what most people do not realize. TSA officers are not looking for trouble. But with the new court scanners now rolling out across major airports, they are seeing things the old machines simply missed. The next group of items catches even experienced travelers off guard because the rules feel completely backwards until someone explains them. This one surprises frequent flyers more than almost anything else on this list. Lithium batteries, power banks, backup chargers, and external battery packs cannot go in your checked baggage. They must travel in your carry-on only. Most people assume checked is the safer option. It is the opposite. A lithium battery fire in a cargo hold is a completely different situation than one in a cabin where crew can see it and respond immediately. That is why the FAA requires these batteries to stay where people can monitor them. If you are packing spare batteries of any kind, they belong in your carry-on with the terminals protected. Tape over the contacts or put them in a small plastic case. That is all it takes. Your power bank may be perfectly legal. But if the officer at the checkpoint cannot confirm that, it still gets pulled. The watt-hour rating printed on your power bank is everything. If the label is worn off, faded, or illegible, the officer cannot verify the device is within the approved limit. And a device they cannot verify does not fly. The limit is 100 watt-hours without special airline approval. I have heard from travelers who nearly missed their flights because an unlabeled power bank triggered a full bag check at the checkpoint. It is a 30-second fix at home that people are paying for with an hour of their time at the airport. Check your power bank before your next trip. Find the label. If it is gone, replace the device or contact your airline before you travel. This one catches people constantly, and the rule feels counterintuitive the first time you hear it. Vape pens, e-cigarettes, and all electronic smoking devices are prohibited in checked baggage under both TSA and FAA regulations. They must travel in your carry-on. They also cannot be actively charging inside your bag at any point during the flight. Batteries must comply with watt-hour limits just like any other lithium battery. Most people get caught because they are focused on the liquid rules for vape juice and completely miss the placement rule for the device. Both matter. Check both. The bag you packed everything into could be the item that gets flagged. Smart luggage with built-in GPS trackers, scales, or charging ports runs on a lithium battery. If that battery cannot be physically removed from the bag, many airlines will refuse to check it at all. Some will pull it at the gate. Some will make you leave the bag behind entirely. This is not something you want to find out at the check-in counter with a flight to catch. Before you buy smart luggage, confirm the battery is removable. Before you travel with it, verify your airline's specific policy. It takes 2 minutes and can save you from a very expensive problem at the airport. Drones are showing up in more carry-on bags than ever, and the checkpoint rules around them are strict. The drone itself is generally fine to travel with. The batteries are where it gets complicated. Drone batteries fall under the same lithium battery rules as power banks. They must be in your carry-on, they must have a readable watt-hour rating, and they must be within the approved limit. Modified drones or batteries without clear labeling may be pulled entirely. One non-compliant battery and the officer has grounds to hold up the whole setup. If you are traveling with a drone, pull every battery out the night before and check each one individually. Pack them in your carry-on in a fireproof battery case and you should have no issues at the checkpoint. We are halfway through and I want to stop here for a second. Every item on this list has been pulled from a real traveler's bag. Not someone trying to sneak something through. Someone who packed quickly and did not check the rules. The next few items are the ones that get the most disbelief because they feel so completely ordinary. Pepper spray in your carry-on will be removed at the checkpoint. That part most people know. What most people do not know is that there is a checked baggage option that could save them from losing it entirely. One small container under 4 ounces with a safety mechanism designed to prevent accidental discharge may be allowed in checked baggage only. Not carry-on, not your pocket, checked baggage only. Most travelers lose their pepper spray completely at the checkpoint because they had no idea the checked bag exception existed. If you travel with pepper spray, pack it in your checked bag before you leave home. Do not try to figure this out at the belt. Protein powder, pre-workout supplements, powdered makeup, powdered drink mixes. If you travel with any of these, pay attention. Powders in carry-on bags that exceed 12 ounces are flagged for additional screening. The new court scanners struggle to see through dense powders clearly, which means any container over that threshold is going to slow things down at minimum. If an officer cannot quickly verify the contents, it may be removed entirely. Medically necessary powders and baby formula are exempt, but you will need to declare them up front and be prepared for extra screening. For everyone else, the fix is simple. Pack powder containers over 12 ounces in your checked bag and keep them in their original labeled packaging. This one hits travelers coming home from international trips the hardest. You found something incredible at a local market. A bottle of something rare, something you cannot get at home, something you paid real money for. And you packed it without checking the proof. Alcohol over 140 proof is banned in both carry-on and checked baggage with no exceptions. Between 48 and 140 proof, you are allowed up to 5 liters per person in checked bags, but it must be in its original unopened retail packaging. Check the proof before you buy, not before you fly. If your packing cubes or luggage organizers have a foil-based interior lining, they are doing the same thing a foil-wrapped snack does to the X-ray screen. They block the view. Officers cannot see what is inside. And a bag they cannot read clearly is a bag that gets pulled for a manual search. This is not a confiscation item on its own, but it is a guaranteed delay and a full manual inspection of everything inside. Check your packing cubes before your next trip. If the interior is foil-lined, swap them out for mesh or clear alternatives. 3 items left, and this next one is something that genuinely surprises people every single time it comes up. It is not a weapon. It is not a battery. It is something millions of people are packing on planes right now without realizing it could hold up their entire bag at security. Weighted blankets. They have become one of the most popular travel comfort items on the market. But the dense filling inside, usually glass beads or small metal pellets, shows up on the X-ray scanner as a suspicious mass. Officers cannot clearly identify what they are looking at and your bag gets flagged for a manual search. The blanket is not prohibited and it will not be confiscated. But you will experience a delay and everything in your bag will be inspected by hand. Pack it on top so it is the first thing an officer can reach. Gel seat cushions and lumbar support pads are treated as liquids under TSA rules if the gel inside is not completely frozen solid. If it is squishy at room temperature and contains more than 3.4 ounces of gel, it may be removed at the checkpoint. Freeze it solid before you leave for the airport or pack it in your checked bag. A frozen gel cushion is classified as a solid and passes through without issue. And we are closing on this one because it gets the most disbelief every single time. TSA treats anything spreadable as a liquid or gel. A full jar of peanut butter in carry-on. Gone. A pot of yogurt. Gone. The artisan jam you brought back from vacation. Gone. Over 3.4 ounces in your carry-on and it may be removed on the spot. Pack spreadables in your checked bag or buy them after you clear security. Those are your two options. Every single item on this list gets pulled from real bags by real travelers every single day. And almost none of them see it coming. The checkpoint is not where you want to be figuring this out. You are standing in a line. People are stacking up behind you. You have a flight to catch. That is not the moment to learn a rule you could have checked the night before. Before you zip that bag, remember 3 things. Batteries in carry-on, liquids under 3.4 ounces, powders over 12 ounces in checked baggage. Those 3 rules alone cover more than half of what gets pulled at checkpoints every single day. TSA has a free tool on their website called What Can I Bring? You type in any item and it tells you exactly where it is allowed. It takes 30 seconds and it can save you from losing something you really did not want to lose. Pack smart, check the rules, safe travels. If this helped you, subscribe so you never miss a video. And drop a comment below if TSA has ever pulled something from your bag that made you stop in your tracks. The link to the TSA What Can I Bring tool is in the description.